There's one thing that a lot of people don't rely on, and it's their imagination. What I get somebody to do is to take a marker, a colored pencil, something a little different than a pencil, and ask somebody in their household to make a mark, a squiggle, something, just have somebody in the dark. It doesn't have to be, it could be the non-artist in the family. Tell them to make a few shapes, and then take those shapes, and with a pencil this time, try to make something out of it. I have no idea what these shapes are going to become, but try making something out of it. Design, start thinking about curves or whatever it might be. Shading could be an example we're going to learn about in this particular exercise here. Whatever it is that interests you, start making something out of those shapes. You'll find that you're going to start seeing things out of a simple shape that had no foundation, and use your imagination to get an image on the paper. If you were to think of this picture, the area you would not want to put anything is called dead center. Okay? Usually you'll see an artist divide a painting in thirds, and those spots where the lines connect are known as sweet spots. Okay? That's where you'd be better to place an object. Another way to arrive at those sweet spots is to take a diagonal from one corner to the other, find a halfway point, and go from that to the other corner. And these also end up being spots that you can hinge something like a bird or an element of the bird. It could be an owl or something in this case where you want to put it on a branch. If I show you a picture of this cardinal, its position is similar to where I was talking about previously, where I took a diagonal and I thought its eyes and its beak were the important parts. What I did with the background was do a gradation, but the branches also spiral to bring you to the final resting spot, which I want you to look at as the bird's beak. Composition isn't an accident. It's something you have to work hard at, but there's some things I want to remind you not to do. If you have a drawing surface and you want to have an element in that picture, fish in this case, don't have it bumping against the side of the picture. It's not going to feel comfortable to the viewer. If you have an area that you want that fish in, give it room to flow into the picture. If it's a bird flying, don't have it bumping itself into the frame. Leave room for it. Whether it's correct or not to have it at that height is up to you. When you do a landscape, there's the 1/3, 2/3 rule, where you should have a distinction between the amount of ground you use versus the amount of sky, or vice versa. If you want to have 1/3 ground and 2/3 sky, it'll still be better than taking that line and putting it through the middle of the picture, so avoid those things when you're doing your composition.